Pokemon Go has been using you to secretly geomap thousands of areas across the world for AI training models. Now, this would be a crazy big revelation for me if I didn't read the terms and services. I'm going to show you the news story right here.
Okay, so it turns out the Pokemon Go era wasn't a collective mental breakdown. It was an unpaid internship. Every single person who wandered into a cemetery at midnight, walked into a lamppost, or stood in the rain outside a Walgreens for 20 minutes trying to catch a Snorlax was actually doing data entry for the robot economy. No V2, no benefits, not even a thank you email. Niantic Spatial, the AI spun out from the company that invented the reason your uncle fell into a fountain in 2016, just revealed it has been sitting over 30 billion crowdsourced urban images this whole time. Every Pokestop photo, every IR snapshot, every I need to physically walk to this location moment has been quietly stacking up into the most detailed street level data set on the planet.
Now, hopefully I didn't get copyright strike so you can see that, but this sudden panic about Pokemon Go secretly mapping the world, it feels as though everybody is discovering, I don't know, gravity for the first time and immediately accuse the ground of conspiracy because the company behind the game, Niantic, has been openly talking about a real-world 3D map of the planet since the moment the app launched in 2016. I remember these conversations. The user agreement practically screams it at you from the rooftops. They say, hey, we're using this as a geomap. We don't care. Pokemon. Come on, give me more Pokemon. Because nobody reads the user agreements. Nobody does that. You know what's crazy? I don't know if you know about the prevalent mindset of the early 2010s. Or maybe it was early 2020s too. I don't even remember. But I do know a lot of people kept saying, you know, I don't really care if you take my data. I don't really care if you take my data. It doesn't really matter if you take my data. Yeah. But now they're taking your data and you have an issue with it because you didn't read anything. Somehow the internet is acting like a villain twirled a mustache in the shadows and revealed the grand scheme yesterday, when in reality the scheme has been written on the front door in permanent marker for nearly a decade. The cognitive dissonance required to reach this level of shock is almost impressive. I am almost shocked by people being confused because it means millions of people have been playing the game for years without ever pausing to consider why the game kept asking to scan things, why there was a specific task labeled AR mapping, why the company was so interested in having them point their camera at every public landmark within walking distance. Why was the company doing that? Well, dummy, because we're geomapping. Usually I don't blame people for being a little stupid, usually not thinking and using their brains, but this is so obvious. I am so confused why everybody's so upset by this. It's right there in plain sight. It's glowing in neon letters inside the mechanics of the game itself. Every time someone scans a statue, spins a Pokestop, records an AR mapping task, points their phone at a landmark so a certain cartoon monster Pokemon, here we go, can dance on top of a fountain, they are quietly feeding an enormous global database that turns parks, sidewalks, murals, buildings, benches, and random public art into structured spatial information, which means the game it was not really just about, hey, here goes Pikachu at Walgreens. He's in the parking lot. This is great. There's a whale lord on top of the entire state building. It's Empire State Building, but it's the entire state. It's the entire state building. Shut up. It's about millions of players unintentionally documenting the physical world in extreme detail. 30 billion pictures all over the world. The sheer scale of this operation is breathtaking when you actually think about it, because no government agency, no private corporation, no military intelligence unit could ever deploy enough human scanners to cover the planet the way Pokemon Go players have done for fun, for free, while getting exercise and bonding with their communities. And I don't even think it's that malicious. It's just a malicious intent behind it, which is scanning for AI models to have better advocacy and figuring out ways this can be used for ads such as Waymo. This is going to be used for Uber when they do their AI rolling out of drivers and stuff of that variety. It's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. People are acting like this is the end of civilization. This is a big conspiracy. The secret military program. This is crazy. This is nuts. This was talked about in every developer talk, every job posting, AR platform announcements, the technical blog posts for years. It's this strange moment. I don't even know where I cannot fathom how stupid people are about it. It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it. I wish I did. It's so thick. It's irony so thick. It's thick as hell. It's thicker than that girl you follow on Instagram. It's so thick you could spread it on toast. Because the very same people screaming about privacy violations are the ones who click through agreements without reading. You can't complain about something you don't engage with. You can't do that. Right? You can't do that. You download apps without questioning a single thing. You know when they ask, can you have access to the camera and access to this and access to that? And you say yes? You handed over camera access and location data and never asked what happened to it after the game closed. Because Pokemon Go says, can we always track your data? Can we always track your location? And they do. They do. Congratulations, you are an unpaid geomapper. You're wandering around cities collecting tiny fragments of spatial data that help machines understand the world. And the only difference between this and traditional mapping products is that Niantic wrapped the labor in colorful monsters. You got leveling systems and raid battles and engage millions of people. The game is like a Trojan horse, right? Right? That's what it is. You love Pokemon so much that nostalgia was all you needed. And that first weekend of Pokemon Go will never be recreated. That was a monumental moment. That was such a beautiful day in history. All the people outside, people made Pokestops. It was outstanding. Now you see the real goal. It's like you're first discovering that corporations are evil. Are you stupid? All corporations suck. Every celebrity is a bad person. Welcome to the real world. That's how they are. That's just what it is. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know. And don't meet your heroes and don't meet companies. That's really what's going on here. I will admit, low dystopian. I'll give you that. Because what we're really looking at, right, is a gigantic crowdsourced training set for augmented reality and spatial AI systems that need to understand surfaces, geometry, landmarks, environments in order to function. All of it. Every AR scan of a fountain or church door slowly teaches computers how the real world is structured, turning the planet itself into a massive data set assembled by enthusiastic players who thought they were, I don't know, evolving a Magikarp. That's what they thought. The implications of this are enormous and genuinely worth discussing, because the technology being built from this data will shape how future generations will interact with reality itself. It will determine what glasses see when they overlay information on the world. Will decide which spaces are recognized and which remain invisible to the machines that increasingly mediate human experience. And that conversation is worth having. It is worth debating to have that conversation. But it cannot be honestly had, if the starting point is feigned ignorance about how the data was collected. Because are you dumb? People are still going to play Pokemon Go, by the way. This is not going to change. Pokemon Go is money. People are still going to log into the game. People are still going to do the same things over and over again, do the same systems over and over. It's not going to change anything. Everything is going to stay and remain the same. That is basically exactly what's going to happen. It's just you now know that this is what's happening, which is really, I guess, baffling to me. It's wildly baffling to happen. The world's probably going to forget about this conversation just as quickly as it started. People are still going to do raids. I know a guy that's level, I think, 50 in Pokemon Go. He's level 50, which is it's crazy high to be level 50 in Pokemon Go. I know people that have every Pokemon. Pokestop's still going to spin. Players will keep scanning monuments and storefronts for rewards, and the map of the world will quietly grow sharper pixel by pixel, where everyone insists they had no idea what was happening, despite the fact that the instructions were sitting in front of them the entire time, waiting patiently for someone to read them. It's in the fine print. They always say read the fine print. No one wants to read because we're such a headline society. This outrage is going to fade. The game will update. The scams will accumulate. Next viral post, something's going to happen. Everything's going to happen. The cycle is too comfortable to break. It requires nothing from anyone except performance. And performance, as always, is easier than paying attention, because no one wants to pay attention. Always, no one wants to pay attention. You're going to keep scanning, keep doing all this stuff. You can't cancel Pokemon Go. You can't get rid of Pokemon, man. It's not going to happen. I don't know what your problem is. Not even sure what you even assumed you were doing. I'm just shocked. I'm really just shocked. I don't understand what you thought. I really don't. But hey, welcome to the real world. Hopefully you grow up. I guess that's all I gotta say. Anyways, let me know how you feel about the Pokemon Go situation, all this jazz. I'm out. Peace. Wait, hold on. There's a windstorm going on. It's crazy outside. It's insane. It's like 70 miles per hour wind right here in Detroit right now. It's crazy. My power got knocked out a few days ago, and I was really concerned about that. It was horrifying. But, right, I need to say something. God, what was it? Something important. I have a Patreon. Oh my God, I keep forgetting I have a Patreon. If you want to help support the Patreon, it's $1 a month. It's linked in the top comment. If you want to help and support, it's $1 a month. You get nothing besides general support of me. I would appreciate it. If I have 200,000 subscribers, if I get like one, if each of you give me $1, I could live a great life. If not, that's fine. Have a little dear night wherever you're at. I'm out. Peace. Bye.
Good night, be my lover. Happy to try what you need. Your world, I love to live in it. I love the ride when you